In this video I'm going to show off a little bit of the installation of the DNX9980. So that's the unit right there installed. This is a 2008 Toyota Matrix. So the guy at the shop sold me this fancy dash kit, but in reality it's really quite simple. I didn't need anything. This panel comes off in the middle here and just kind of pops up, and it's pretty easy to get off. There's a few harnesses to unclip in the back there. So of course the wiring harness is straightforward. You just solder all the same colors together or crimp them together. There's a whole bunch of accessories I had to clip and everything. And so in my case, you can see here that there's no special dash kit. There's just these little hunks of plastic that they give you some double-sided tape to stick them onto the side of the stereo, just to fill out the extra holes where it's, the stock deck is a little wider than the one that they include here. And then you use the same brackets that held the original one in, and it's actually really quite straightforward. So from inside of here, I had to run a couple of cables out somewhere. What I did, this is the microphone, so I just stuck it under the instruments there. It just comes with some double-sided tape, and there's a push-to-talk button. I ran it through the same route outside, just down from where the stereo goes, and kind of goes under or just outside of here, if you can see that. So the cables just go up here, and I just stuck this guy on the side of the steering wheel, so I can just sort of put my hand through and tap that button if I need to. All in all, it wasn't that bad of an install. Oh yes, one more thing, the GPS, I guess for ideal reception you'd want to hook that up on the back of your car or something, and what I did is I just ran it under here, and you can't really see that, but you can kind of put a little metal plate and stick it underneath your dash. They give you this metal plate with some adhesive on it, and then you just attach it with a magnet. Let's see if I can make this thing light up here. So, well, it's a bit hard to see, but yeah, it's just basically stuck right here underneath the dash. So it wasn't that bad of an install to do. This is my first stereo. The only thing I did was I screwed up something, and I soldered an extra wire to the ground, which it turns out I didn't need, and that actually ended up blowing a breaker. So I had to kind of crawl underneath underneath there and go find some fuses and crap. They're somewhere in there. Probably not able to see it, but yes. Anyways, I also elected to purchase this extremely overpriced and very fat cable that comes out, and this is a KCA IP302. So it does analog audio and video, and the USB connection provides power, lets you stream video and audio from the iPod or iPhone 4 in my case. And the next thing I'm going to do, I ordered a Garmin EcoRoad HD module, not the Kenwood branded version, so we're going to see how that works soon enough. And that should just plug in under the dash. I believe that's the OBD2 port, because I don't see any other things that look like an OBD2 port. Yeah, so that's pretty much it and how it got installed. It took me a while just because it was my first time, and mainly because I soldered that extraneous wire and whatnot, but a little bit simpler than I anticipated. The hardest part, in my opinion, would be installing the camera, because you have to solder you have to connect a wire to your parking brake light, and or sorry, not parking brake light, your reverse lamp, so that the camera will turn on when you're in reverse. And also, obviously you've got to run the cables for the camera underneath the car or something like that. I'm just not really in the mood for it right now. So other than that, it's actually a pretty simple install to do by oneself if you can, loosen a few bolts and solder or crimp some wires together.